Hello, everyone. I'm Ginger Allen, and welcome to CBS News Texas I-Team's special presentation on our years of investigating sex trafficking. This is an issue that has become a worldwide epidemic. 36.2 million. 36.2 million. That's how many reports of suspected child exploitation occurred in 2023, according to the Department of Homeland Security. It's more than double the number of reports in 2019. DHS calls this an unimaginable problem. Coming up, we'll look at some cases right here in North Texas and how law enforcement is trying to catch these perpetrators and then help the victims. But let's start with the story of this 15-year-old girl. She says she was taken by traffickers from the American Airlines Center in Dallas by men she didn't know. As you can see in this surveillance video, this story made worldwide headlines 3 years ago. Well, that teenager is Natalie Kramer, and her story has opened the eyes of many on how quickly a trafficker can lure a person into a dangerous web. On any given night in Dallas, listen to this, 400 girls are trafficked. That's according to the advocacy group New Friends, New Life. It's a truth that comes as no surprise to this woman you're about to meet. She was at the center of a CBS News Texas I-Team investigation that I did back in 2006. But as you are about to see, and as I humbly admit, at that time, this story was not at all what it seemed. How is Dallas and Texas so bad?
Well, when you think about where does trafficking take place?
Becca Charleston is the mom of a 10-year-old, the owner of the Charleston Law Center in Las Vegas, and 17 years ago, the focus of an I-Team investigation.
Meet Denton native Rebecca Dean.
That's me reporting.
AKA Nicole Wilson.
And that's Becca Charleston.
A convicted prostitute who advertises escort services on this national website.
This was 2006. Charleston had just been convicted, part of a multi-million-dollar prostitution ring operating out of an upscale Denton County neighborhood in this house.
CBS 11 has also learned that the operation supposedly has generated at least $2 million. Was $2 million accurate?
No, there was so much more money.
12 years after that story aired, we met Charleston for the first time, along with another woman also part of the operation. We all sat down in our CBS studios with the federal prosecutors who put them behind bars. And just listen to what we learned was actually happening inside that house.
We all had to call each other sisters.
Yeah, we were required to call each other sisters.
Required? There were rules and laws?
Oh, a whole bunch of rules. If you didn't obey the rules, you'd be beaten.
Instead of criminals, these women say they were victims. And the two men who put them behind bars say that's exactly what was happening.
At the time, the term sex trafficking was just evolving. In this interview, the investigators told us they had learned the women were trapped.
As we just saw in that story, Charlton was held captive at a home in Plano, and Kramer was found in a hotel room in Oklahoma. Trafficking is a crime that can happen anywhere, even right in our own backyards. So next we dig deep into some North Texas sex trafficking cases by actually going on a bus tour that hopes to raise awareness and bust myths.
If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it.
If the big screen has you connecting sex trafficking to foreign countries and kidnapping,
you have a 96-hour
What?
good luck.
it may not be what you think.
It's not the taken, it's not the kidnap, it's not the white van.
Matt Osborne spent 12 years with the CIA. Now, once a month, he's a tour guide.
Greetings again, everyone. Now we're going to actually go on the In Motion tour.
He and Priya Murphy work with New Friends, New Life, an advocacy group on a mission to change your mind about sex trafficking stereotypes.
It's $150 billion with the B dollar annual profit industry.
Myth number one, the clients are not anyone I know. On the tour, you learn they're dads, businessmen, and as recent North Texas prostitution stings have revealed, high school teachers, football coaches, even youth pastors.
You just heard who are the clients, right? Who are the people who are having these trysts? They want to be in areas where they feel safe.
Myth number 2, it's only in high crime areas. That brings us to the first stop, a well-known mid-range hotel.
It's not in the dangerous areas, it's in the safer areas.
We've agreed not to name the business because Osborne and Murphy say the locations cooperated with authorities in every case we visit on the tour. But look out the windows and you'll see we're on the east side of 75, just north of downtown. Osborne says officers were tipped off that a 15-year-old girl was being sold here repeatedly. Myth number 3, the victim could never be my child.
This girl was brilliant. She had already been identified with Mensa qualified high IQ, star on her volleyball team.
Myth number 4, sex trafficking happens after dark.
9 a.m. on a Tuesday, he was told to park.
9 a.m. That's the time the trafficker unknowingly arranged the date with an undercover officer.
And it's not all the time in the wee hours of the morning or on a weekend, oftentimes during a work day, because these guys know that their wives think that they are at work, and so it's easy for them to do this.
Headed to the second stop, we continue north on 75, near 635, another well-known hotel. This one is tucked inside several high-rises. Here, they tell us law enforcement tracked down a 14-year-old girl after her grandmother called police for help. Myth number 5, those being trafficked could get out if they wanted to. Osborne chokes up explaining how the officer described what happened when the teenager opened the hotel door here wearing only a robe.
He grabs it, holds it around, and he calls her by her real name. Wait, what did you call me? He says her real name again. He says, I'm sorry, I won't get a little bit. He says, your grandma sent us. We're here to rescue you. She immediately buckles her knees, grabs on him, thank you, crying, oh my God, get me out of here, thank you.
Osborne tells us the teen had been forced to see 2 to 3 men an hour for 17 straight hours. The next stop is a North Dallas office park, discrediting the myth it's only in homes and hotels. From the parking lot, we see rows of businesses. Osborne tells us officers eating at a nearby restaurant became suspicious of this alleged operation.
1 o'clock on a weekday, lo and behold, what do you see? Guy after guy after guy going down this alley to your right, and not the first door there, but the second door going in there. They said, holy cow, this must be a daytime establishment.
They believe this one attracted local businessmen on their lunch hours. The final stop takes us to an upscale area in Richardson, the location of another hotel franchise, where he says a 17-year-old girl was used by guests who were in town for a major sporting event. Here, he says an observant hotel manager had been trained to spot sex trafficking.
So he knew what to look for. If you see a room where there's a do not disturb sign day after day after day, if you see a bunch of guys coming in or someone just pays cash.
Osborne says this case ended in another rescue and more arrest. But sadly, heading back, Murphy wraps up the tour with an unfortunate reality.
The sad part about organized criminal industry is that when you take it out one place, it popped up somewhere else. This is why it's an ongoing fight.
And an ongoing battle to debunk those myths, to become less naive, and, as those of us on board did, to step away more aware.
That tour truly raises awareness. And just like the hotel manager in that fourth case, we can all watch and speak up. But this is an important warning. Experts tell us do not approach the traffickers nor the victims. That actually can put everyone in danger. Instead, you need to contact law enforcement if you see this or suspect it.